Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends, and how was your day? Did you enjoy your day? Did you do the things that you love? Did you love the things that you do? Did you flush those soulless some in every form? The way I do, my beautiful friends. And of course, did you laugh? Did you smile? Did you love yourself and everyone else around you, my beautiful friends? Just ask these questions yourself and then answer to yourself. By just asking these questions to you, Amma, activating all the loving energy within yourself so that you can do the things that you love to do, love the things that you love, and of course, smile and be happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful. So that's the reason why I'm every night asking these questions. And of course, not just the questions like that, but I'm helping and supporting you with the energy. So to create that in your life, to be happy freely without any kind of reason, without any reason. My beautiful friends, a lot of people are waiting for something to happen and for something to different, something nice to happen to be happy. But we need to be happy in order to create nice things. In order to have a nice moment, actually, in order to have a nice day every day, and of course, forever and ever, for eternity, to have happiness and joy, peace, bliss, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. We are the one that's creating that. All the soulless, some are trying to manipulate. So there are a lot of those soulless, some hundred soulless, some are trying to manipulate with the numbers of the wheels. So all of that we're now sending to those soulless, some in the form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions for eternity with the spirit of thought by the form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. So my beautiful friends, last night I didn't got on live. I didn't send a message or anything because it was really the time yesterday all day and last night. It was a time to decide what we're gonna do. We know what we're gonna do, but for those souls, someone to decide whether they're gonna, whether they're gonna go with the less karma's pain and suffering, or with the karma's pain and suffering to the maximum and destroy them forever and for eternity, and with the spirit of thought by default. So it was, I say, ostro odlučno in my language, which means angry. Decisively, which means I decided to shut down all those soulless summer. And of course, I commanded, because they were chatting and all the time, trying to manipulate the energy, stealing the energy, lies, and the projections, try to, with the projections and anything, to influence me and to manipulate the energy. But of course, anytime they do so, we're multiplying them the karma, pain, suffering, destructions in every way. So we are destroying those souls in every form with the spirit of thought by default, and multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering. They know that, they're aware of that, but they're still trying to do so. So I've told them, try to do, try to make me to multiply them over and over again, more karma, pain, and suffering. I've told them, if they still need more karma, pain, and suffering, of course I'm going to multiply them, and now we're going to send them multiply over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and prescribe to all those souls all that pain and suffering that they were created from all living beings on this planet and throughout entire existence, collectively, individually, and of course as an individual, collective, and a group, all of those souls in every form. So which means we are multiplying the karma's pain and suffering over and over again. Množeno iznova, which means multiply over and over again. In my language, in English, by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, multiplying, adding up, compressing, and activating to all those souls, all the karma's pain and suffering and blessings to all of us, that the man in our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default. So those souls, we're trying to manipulate the energy, but of course, what they got more karma's pain and suffering and destruction. At one point of time, I had to shelter them and, of course, give them, just fire all of them. Fire all of those soulless Amma from within and without on a global universal level. And of course, I fire those, so all of those that the mind and now speak shall light. If they don't answer on my call and my command, I'll fire them too. So I said that all of them, you're fired in the SOPHIE and everything, mind and aspect shall light, the centers and the systems and the teams and everything, every atom electron must answer on my call and my command. And all the energy must answer on my call and my command. So I'm loud and clear. So my beautiful friends, I commanded last night, and at one point of time, it was just for a moment, it was quiet. It didn't do Soulless Amma. Singing those Soulless Amma wanted to experiment. They just projected the energy. They were projecting the energy, dark energy, and then mix of that energy. And then trying to that, influence me with the energy and trying to project the quotes and then misuse that. So I didn't allow them. I used to sometimes all night. I used to just break them atoms and electrons and flush them all night. All those Soulless Amma, destroy them all the time. So the day before and the last night, I was really upset, and I said, I'm not gonna let anyone anymore. I'm not gonna tolerate to those Soulless Amma, and not even for the smallest things. And even those that are mine and ask me to light, if they don't answer to my call and my command, I'm not gonna tolerate to them either. So which means they must answer my call and my command. And I demanded the heaven to be closed, the portals to be closed and shut down. Only the energy that is by default, is under command and control of SOPHIE. Only if SOPHIE wants to have that energy to be, to go through the physical form, that's okay. If that something that SOPHIE wants to do. But anyway, in any other way, those Soulless Amma must be judged where they are, which means they have all the energy has been really taken, all the energy and everything. Even those Soulless Amma are energy under the command and control of SOPHIE. In any time, she can just shut them down, completely open the portals, through the portals, and then throw them into those planet, and then of course let them play the games, and then of course at that time we can judge them in any way we like. But those Soulless Amma, they know that they have no power. They know that they know the truth, but they want to play the dark, dirty games. The more they want to play the dark, dirty games, the more karma, pain, and suffering we are multiplying them, adding up, and of course prescribing and activating. They must go through all of that with to all the karma, pain, and suffering that is built of thought by default. So that's what's happened last night, my beautiful friends. I just shouted at both of them, in the SOPHIE and the Soulless Amma. They got fired, in the SOPHIE as well, and the centers and everyone, and everything's mine and aspect shall light. Every atom, electron, energy that must answer on my call and my command. And the last night, I didn't go on live. I didn't put any link, anything. I didn't inform you, just because I didn't want to. I said, you must answer on my call and my command first, and then I'll do the work, because I've done everything from the physical form that I now I'm still doing. I've done, I'm still doing, and will do whatever needs to be done. But from the spiritual energetic form, SOPHIE and everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light, and all the Soulless Amma must answer on my call and my command, because they know that all of them are depending on me. So, my beautiful friends, so they said that they just project the energy, but I would just tell, I know that I've done my part enough. Now I'm leaving to SOPHIE. Now, of course, I'm done my part. The part that is needed to be done, everything needs to be done in order to shut down the portals into heaven, and all those Soulless Amma, to judge them, destroy them into the air, break them into the air, take them into the centers, and of course do the selections. So there is no more selections really. Those Soulless Amma, what they was now, what they were just the Soulless Amma from within, with the physical forms, they were bringing the Soulless Amma, and they're bringing them the karma, pain, and suffering pact, and they were bringing them the negative energy. So all of that we are returning back to those Soulless Amma that brought it, and to those that accepted it. with by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, without mercy, with the spirit of thought, by default, multiply in both languages. When I say by default, that's mean we're multiplying in my language and English with the spirit of thought, and all through ultimatum all one over and over again, multiplying, adding up, compressing, and activating. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, now the heaven is closed, shut down, the portals are shut down. So those soulless Amma that wants to play the dark, dirty games are demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything's mind and aspect of light to open the portals for them, break them into atoms and electrons, send them straight into the hell. Let them burn out the core of their being and play the game into the desert planet forever and ever. That's what they're going to do. They're going to play the dark, dirty games, but we are going to create them, write them the script, and then we're going to program them. I've told them last night that I'm going to cut them into the atoms and electrons. I'm going to break them, all those in energetic form. I will breaking them into atoms and electrons, and then that they will regret that they ever existed. I will program them to be breaking into atoms and electrons forever and ever, for eternity, and to regret that they ever existed. So, my beautiful friends, now they've got a choice. Whether they're going to still, they've got a choice. Whether they're going to still play the dark, dirty games, or they're going to go with the less karma, pain, and suffering. They cannot play the dark, dirty games anymore. They can try, but any trial, the karma, pain, and suffering is multiplying to those soulless Amma in every form, over and over again, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default. Which means now, only the energy that's really, that Sophie decide that can go through the physical form, that's Sophie's decision. We are filtrating the air and everything. So I have my, mind and aspect of light everywhere. And I've demanded, commanding to Sophie a long time ago, and all the time I'm demanding, commanding every atom, electron, or energy that I generated, created, invested together with all of you, my beautiful friends, to be and everything's mind and aspect of light. First with a priority, but then to be polarized against those soulless Amma. That's destructive energy for those soulless Amma. Well, it's a blessings for all of us. So which means to activate the karma, pain, and suffering to those soulless Amma, blessings to all of us, that the mind and aspect of light, with the spirit of thought by the phone. I'm loud and clear. So now, as I said, all those soulless Amma that have the energy, they said they're going to bring them only that have the energy. But all those that have only the energy that hasn't been gone through, only something new, because they're asking all the time for something new. So now I'm going to put I just put create the rules, laws, and regulations, and then, of course, ultimatum. Only the energy that hasn't been, that hasn't been gone through, that hasn't been selected. Only the energy. Karmas, no one should accept it. None of those soulless Amma within, not Tzigi, all those soulless Amma within. They cannot, and they should not accept the karmas. If they do so, we will multiply them over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and then activate them with the speed of thought by default, break them into atoms and electrons, and then pack them, send them straight into the other planet. So which means they know what energy they have. So all of those Tzigi and all those Tzigika and all those soulless Safia, Tristinko, Miriam and observers and Susie and Hitler and Amma, Babaji, Mira, Gurji, Matrashi, Tata, Hitler, all of those soulless Amma, they know already what energy they have. So if they accept the energy with the calm, as being suffering with the energy that's been already selected, we're gonna shut them down, break them into atoms and electrons, and pack them all the karmas within them, and plus all the karmas, pain, and suffering that ever existed, that we over and over again, all through ultimatum all one, 24 with the speed of thought by default, that we ever multiplied. And then we're gonna send them straight into the desert planet, put them in all their forms, and then send them into the desert planet to play the dark, dirty games, together with all those that send them the karmas, or that brought them. So that's me, my beautiful friends. Jasnısım, glasnısım. I'm loud and clear. With the speed of thought, in the name of man, and ask me to shine a light with the speed of thought by default. At demanding, commanding to soften each and every mind, and ask me to shine a light with the speed of thought by default. To answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought by default, without mercy, all through to me, to all in one. Multiply over and over again with the speed of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. A peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. So Tiggy, is it everything clear? I'm asking now the energy that is the Tiggy, that is the main code for the Soulless Amma. Tiggy, is it everything clear? Is it everything clear, Tiggy? Okay, everything's clear. Which means all those Soulless Amma that wants to send the karmas or any kind of energy that's been selected already with the speed of thought by default, command to Sophie and each and every mind and aspect of light, even to the Tzigi and the energy, all the energy must answer my call to break them into atoms and electrons, using everything under the command and control of Sophie, using all the available resources, all the technology, without mercy with the speed of thought by default, to break them into atoms and electrons, and then compress them, all the pain, suffering every atom electron to being with the speed of thought by default, putting them in all the physical forms, and then send them straight into the desert planet with the speed of thought into the hell by default. And all those, and now with the speed of thought by default, demanding, commanding all those Soulless Amma, and all those that are doing the rituals and the ceremony. We're stopping all the rituals and the ceremony with the speed of thought by default. And to all those Soulless Amma, we are now breaking all the energetic cords, all the cords, energetic that or energetic nets that are creating in order to do the rituals. Within or without on the global universal level, we are cutting off, breaking completely all those energetic cords or energetic nets that they were creating with the speed of thought by default, and then wiping out all those Soulless Amma from within or without on a global universal level, activating them, all the karmas, pain, suffering, all through ultimatum, all in 124 with the speed of thought by default, and send them straight, break them into atoms and electrons, to all those Soulless Amma, Soulless gods, Soulless saints, Soulless creators, Soulless self-interesting comedian and observers, Susie and Hitler, Tigika, Soulless Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matrashi, Tata Hitler, Atmachatanayo, Sainam Chilovich, and all those Soulless Amma in every form, wherever they are and whatever form they are. Soulless codes and all the Soulless Amma in every form. We are with the speed of thought by default, by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, activating them all the pain, suffering, and of course in every atom and electron they've been breaking them into atoms and electrons, compressing them, remixing them, and then putting them into all their forms and send them straight into the desert planet or into the hell to feel the pain and suffering forever and ever for eternity. And to be wiped out from the core of their being with the speed of thought by default. All those Soulless Amma in every form. And in the name of man and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, we are opening up new opportunities for all of us that are man and our spiritual light while we are acting on those karmas, pain, and suffering, and then we are shutting down all their cameras and all their senses and all the communications and wiping out their memories and completely putting them into the sleep while taking over all the energy and all their power with the speed of thought by default. We are taking all the project, all the corporations, all the finances, all the abundance and prosperity that is by default, and all the technology, and all those projects that those Soulless Amma were working with any kind of selfish desire against the humanity on a beautiful planet, and each and every is man and aspect of light. In any way, directly, indirectly, we are taking all those projects and then making them by default, making them available to each and every mind and aspect of light by default, which means that that is useful for all of us, and that is by default. From the heart and soul, while destroying those souls and returning them the karmas, pain, and suffering in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. I'm sorry. Now, in the name of mind and aspect, show a light for the spirit of thought by default. All the Soulless Amma, and it's going to go into the hell forever and for eternity. Well, we are activating to all of us in the name of mind and aspect, show a light, all the blessings, all the abundance of prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, youth, and beauty, and unity between all of us that are mind and aspect, show a light for the spirit of thought by default. And we are activating all the gifts that man and aspect of light has given to each and every one of us and everything freely with the spirit of thought by default, while returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those souls, some focus and all the projections and all the karma's pain and suffering that we ever projected them and returned them, or that ever say created, projected, we're planning to project towards each and everyone and everything. And then without mercy with the spirit of thought by default, we're wiping out those souls in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. Now, in the name of man and aspect of light for the spirit of thought by default, we are activating all the blessings, abundance of prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, youth, beauty, and of course, unity, one for all for one, with the spirit of thought by default to all of us that are man and aspect of light in every form. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating abundance and prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss by default. While destroying all those souls, some in every form, we are creating the unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, you are active, opening up new opportunities for all of us. And that mind and aspect shall light. And may we all be happy, healthy, alive, a joyful, peaceful, blissful, prosperous, kind, loving, compassionate, enlightened, wise, and knowledgeable, and powerful, and loving. May we all love each other and be loved. And of course, we are activating everything is done by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, over and over again, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we're activating all those blessings to all of us, and that the mind and aspect shall light, and our families and friends, and soulmates, and to everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and farms, and to mine and ours project, and I'm demanding, commanding to all the souls, and that we're interfering to our project, that we're manipulating with our technology, with the links, with everything, covering up the number of viewers or any comments or anything. All the souls, we're returning the karma's pain, suffering with the spirit of thought by default, and then all this ceremony, the rituals that have been done, and all the curse, spell, hexes, or voodoo, any black magic, or any kind of associations or projections or codes or any kind of beliefs or superstitions or everything and anything that is less than man and aspect of life, that those souls have ever projecting, will ever try to project towards each and everyone and everything that's man and aspect of light in any way, directly or indirectly, in the name of man and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. We are all of that wiping out completely all those souls together with all their dark rituals and ceremony associations and projections, and return it back to the souls into the form of karma, pain, suffering, instructions for eternity, everything by the laws, rules, and regulations done with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out, burning down to a quarter of table in all those souls, some in every form. It's all with the spirit of thought by default, or returning them the karma's pain and suffering to all those souls, some in every form, while we are blessing ourselves and everyone else. We are blessing, healing, and enlightening ourselves and everyone else with the spirit of thought by default. We are opening up new opportunities for all of us that are mind and aspect of life with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. It's all. We are destroying all those soulless in every form while enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating ourselves, our bodies, and we are healing, enlightening, rejuvenating while destroying all those soulless from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, and returning them there all the pain and suffering karmas that ever projected will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything with any kind of selfish desire. Well, we are opening up new opportunities for all of us, and then multiplying all the blessings to Mind and Us project, and then demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone on earth as Mind and Us can have a life with the speed of thought by default. And all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. All the recording, everything that those souls have deleted should be returned back into my profiles, and all the energy we are returning back, taking from those souls and to those souls returning the calmness, pain, and suffering, destructions for eternity. And with the speed of thought by default, we are destroying all those souls in every form with the speed of thought by default, while opening up new opportunities for all of us that are Mind and Us actual life with the speed of thought by default. And with the speed of thought by default, it's all we are creating opening up new opportunities for all of us, and demanding, commanding my links, everything, and all the comments and everything that I'm blocking, all of that to be made available to everyone and everything's Mind and Us actual life with the speed of thought by default. And we are multiplying all the blessings over and over again by the laws, regulations, by default to Mind and Us project, to our beautiful planet, water element, air element, the sun and the moon, and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies. The Mind and Us can share a light with the speed of thought by default to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Planet, Sophia Tristan Universe, and to all the planets, stars, and the galaxies that the Mind and Us can share a light throughout entire existence, and to all the centers and the systems and the teams that we've created from Mind and Us can share a light with the speed of thought by default. And with the speed of thought by default, we are activating all the blessings into Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, Gisara, Quantum Financial System, Starlink, and all the abundance and prosperity and the technology we are taking over from those souls. That's the reason why I've created Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone. So I'm going to put all that abundance and prosperity, all the technology and project, all of those, that's the corporations, everything that those souls we're creating and then doing with any kind of selfish desire. We are taking over all the humanitarian organizations, so-called humanitarian and everything, taking over from those souls, and with the speed of thought by default. I'm going to put them into the Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, then I'm going to make them available to all of us that the Mind and Us picture light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And all the laws, the rules, regulations that those souls were creating, that were accepted them, that they brought them and then put them into the that they just accept them, create them. All of those laws, rules, regulations that are not by default, we are wiping them out with the speed of thought by default, together with all those souls that created them, and then that accepted them and they try to implement them with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping them out, burning them down to the core of their being, and returning the calmest pain and suffering by the laws, rules, and regulations to all those souls involved into them in every form. Actually, to all of those souls, and that's by the laws, rules, and regulations with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, it's time for us to shine all the way through. And then, of course, we are protecting all of the corporations and Mind and Us picture light that have them with the speed of thought by default and by default. And we are sending extra ultimate one and activating all the blessings over and over again to all of us that are Mind and Us picture light. And we are sending all through ultimatum all in one extra level light of blessings multiplied by the over and over again by the laws, the rules, and regulations to Sophie and Sophie and Tristan into spiritual and energetic form and to the physical form. And then, of course, in encode in infinite with the speed of thought by default in the spiritual, energetic, physical, spiritual, energetic. So with the speed of thought by default, so that we multiply all that blessings with the speed of thought by default, and everything that is needed to be provided to me and Tristan in physical form with the speed of thought by default to take over, to be the voice of the people the way I am, to be the voice of the people, to bring down all those souls, some from the power with the speed of thought by default, bring them down to justice, and with the speed of thought by default, return them the calmest pain, suffering, and then show to the people the real face, true self, and then, of course, who they are, and then so that we, the people, can judge them and send them straight into the other planet, into the hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. While we are activating to all of us blessings and abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss, of freedom, and unity, and one for all for one. We're uniting ourselves, all of us, and all of us, and our soulmates and families and friends with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And of course, we are taking over everything that's needed to be provided to me, Tristan, and to all of us that demand an aspect show light with the speed of thought by default to shine all the way through, wherever we go, whatever we do, to take over our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies under the management and command and control, under the control, and of course, create them, make them oasis of mind and aspect show light, while destroying those souls in every form. And in the name of man and aspect show light with the speed of thought by default, my teams are forming on a global universal level from the soul, from mind and aspect show light in the spiritual, energetic, and physical form. I have them already in the spiritual, energetic form. Sophie knows already. And of course, we are creating them, creating the unity. We did create unity into the spiritual, energetic. Now we are doing that into the physical form. So I will need all of you, my beautiful friends, that are active into my teams in order to bring down those souls from the power, and of course, take them straight into the other planet, into the hell. Well, we are going to create a new governments and new systems with the speed of thought from the heart and soul, without any kind of selfish desire. And of course, we're going to create a new generations with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. And demanding, commanding to soften each and every his mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Without mercy with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, which means it's time for all of us to shine all the way through, to wipe out all those soulless summon, activating the calmest pain and suffering, and take all the energy back, all the energy that they've stolen from all of us, that the man and aspect show a light, from all of us and the families and friends and soulmates in any way, directly, indirectly, and everything that we have, and everyone has mind and aspect show light. We're returning that energy back to all of us with the spirit of thought by default, while returning the calmest pain and suffering to all those souls, some in every form, with the spirit of thought by default. And everything is done by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, that's what's happening now. We are bringing down to justice all those souls. Some now from the gun on a global level, the global universal level, all those souls into the from all those that are into power. We're taking all the energetic forms, destroying them, putting them into the sleep, returning back to the souls, and then taking all their power, all the abundance and prosperity, and all the energies, man, and aspect of light, all returning the karma's pain and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. And that's the way that we're going to bring down those souls, some in a peaceful way. That's the reason why we are doing it this way, my beautiful friends, because when they have, if they're energetically still not empty, not if we don't destroy the energy that was using their physical forms, they still could try to create the problems, and in this way they cannot. They have no power. When we destroy the energetic forms, they in the physical forms have no power. they are powerless. Those energetic forms are powerless. We are bringing them down to justice, wiping them out, and opening up new opportunities for all of us that are mind and aspect of our life. And that's how we're going to create a global option, global option, which means we're gonna global arrest option. That's in my language, global option, which means global arrest of those soulless some in every form, with the speed of thought by default. That's my beautiful friends. When you speak languages, almost the same time. I just finished the live. I finished the live in my language and then started in English. So sometimes earlier when I was in London, when I came from London, at that time, my beautiful friends, I was talking and everything doing in English. Even when I was in my country, I was thinking everything. And for me at that time, even when I would just answer to somebody that is in my language, I would answer in English. And then after that, people often think that I was from somewhere abroad. So they will say, "You're not from here." I said, "Yeah, I am from here, but I'm from here, but I'm not." Which means I don't just don't say, "Oh, I'm from this country or this country," because we are not limited. We are not limited. Yes, our physical form. I was born in this country, but we are not limited on our soul level or energetic. So that I will always love. Yes. So, my beautiful friends, of course, it's time for us to shine all the way through, to be who we are, while destroying those souls. Some are removing them completely from within and without on a global universal level. So all the souls, some from within, we are wiping them out, and the energy completely send them straight into the other planet with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are completely now enlightening, healing our beautiful bodies. So, and that's the reason why we're doing that change. We are changing everything from the root core of the root core, from the root, which means we are changing from within and without, changing the systems, completely changing the energy, and making us youthful and beautiful, and of course happy, and creating eternal life, and joy, peace, and bliss of wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding. Everything is by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is all through ultimate all one. Everything is extra all through ultimate all one with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, now it's time for all of us to shine all the way through, fly high into the golden wings. So mine and now, light, into the golden age of unlimited golden opportunities for all of us that are mine and now, light, with the speed of thought by default. We're destroying all those souls, some in every form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, let that energy. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every is mine and now speak light with the speed of thought by default to answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought, without mercy, all through to meet them all peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, all through to meet them all in one. By the laws, rules, regulations of by default over and over again, we multiply. Thank you, those soulless summer, to all those soulless summer. With the speed of thought by default. That's destructive energy for those soulless summer. And thank you to everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. That is Sophie. And thank you to Sophie. And thank you to Tristan. And thank you to Sophie and Tristan. My golden souls, my golden by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All of that is by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, over and over again, 24, with the speed of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, let that energy flow constantly 24. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. Now I'm doing it. I've set up the laws, rules, regulations. So now I'm just going by just sometimes I remind those soulless summer that everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default. Now, you do the way you were doing up until now. Of course, do use all the commands and everything. And I'm going to now open up new opportunities for us now, for me and Tristan, to go out into the public and to be the voice of the people. And of course, bring down to justice all those soulless, Amma. Put the end of the fake history, fake science, and their lies and manipulations. So maybe to friends, is interesting. I was talking to my brother and my niece. He's in the primary school, second year. And then I was laughing, my beautiful friends. What's happening? He's when he was little, even before he was going to school, I think he was about 5 years. And so I'm gonna say young. I'm not using old. 5 years young. So instead, we're gonna change that. So he was listening to the music that we are listening. The adults were listening. So even when he was a couple of years, 2 year old, young actually, he was listening to those for the children. After that, he was listening, the music and everything that we are listening. One day I was talking to them, and I said, he saw my laptop, and I said, would you like me to put to put some music? And he said yes. And I just find some, for the children music. And then I said to him, listen to this song. And then he said, no, I'm not listening to such music. I'm listening to music for adults. My beautiful friends, now at school, he doesn't want to learn the song or the story, for the children, those stories. He doesn't want to. Even at school, if the teacher asked him to do so, he said that he doesn't want. That's not for him. That's for the small children. He is feeling himself above them. It's you see, my beautiful friends. It's and he said no. He doesn't want to read those books for the children or those songs. He wants to read the books that he wants. That he wants to read, that he wants to, he wants to choose. He's choosing what he wants to read, and then he's writing about that at school. And of course, they have to accept it. So, my beautiful friends, see, our new generations are very, very genius generations. So I use the opportunities to change the educational system through him. And I said, of course, our generations or young generations don't accept the soulless summer educations anymore. We are changing it from the root completely. We want our children, and of course all of us, to learn something that is useful, that is by default, and not everything. That's what I'm saying. The fake science, all the fact, and then they're asking them to remember. We were doing that, to remember the song, to remember that. I was genius, I am now, and I could remember all the book in details. And I used to tell them to my colleagues at school, and then of course to my friends at school, and then they wouldn't read the books. They would just because I was in details explaining everything, they would just go with that, and then getting the good getting a good result. So that's I use that opportunity to change the education system, to adapt it to our need, to create it. Actually, something needs to be done into the physical form. So I use any opportunity that I can, that I see in the such way. So I just use that opportunity to create, of course, a better education system that is serving us. We don't need those songs or anything that were, or the numbers and the formulas that those songs someone were asking us to remember. So, I was remembering every book, everything, but I don't really, we didn't need that. We need our children, our new generations, our generation, we need them to think. We need them to think and to decide what's good for them, what's not for all of us. So instead, to forcing somebody to remember the fact, to remember the formulas, or to do something that is not useful for us, really, that's a waste of time. They can just invest the time. Actually, that will invest the time. We're investing the time. That's all I'm spending. We invest the time in such things. We can remember that song, and after some time, it's gonna disappear, and it's not it's not in the memory anymore, because it's not really because we wanted something. But when you learn something that is useful, that you love to learn, that you love to do, that stays for with you forever. That's the difference, my beautiful friends. The do Soulless Amma were creating the educational system, tailoring that educational system the way they wanted to serve them. And then they were actually blocking our creativity, and asking us to learn something that is not by default. Now we are changing that. I use that opportunity to change that and to create the educational system that is by default, which means that will serve us. We'll all learn at school, and of course, that everything that we need in life, that we'll need into our life, into a career, and not just waste the time at school. And then after that, get the grade, just learn the things at the moment, get a grade, and after that, you have nothing from that really, except that we've gone through that. It's a part of the journey, but of course, we can change that, and we are changing it. That was my part when I was going through, when I was studying at primary and I'm sorry, high school and the university, and after that I was studying all the time, and I was when I was at school and everything. At the university, I had to learn what they asked me to do so, but now I do. After that, when I started doing the research, and I was learning, and I was studying, and I was researching everything that I wanted to do, that I wanted to learn, that I wanted to know. That's what I was saying. I was hungry and thirsty for knowledge, for the power of knowledge. Not the power that's its misuse, but for the power of knowledge, and therefore the power of my heart and soul. So that's all the power is within me, within my heart and soul, within your soul. So you search for the truth, search for the wisdom, search for the power within yourself. Through my voice, through my physical form, I'm activating that power, that wisdom and knowledge within you, within your soul, so that your soul can come out through your physical form and shine all the way through with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden magic. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, let us now just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, my beautiful friends. Just listen to your body. Just listen to your body. Fill your body from within and without with the golden light of mind and aspirational light with the speed of thought by default. And expand that golden light around you. Fill the place where you are, an entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe We're enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating with the golden light of mind and aspect shower light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm sorry. Let us now send the love of light of blessings to the earth, to the center of the earth, into the earth. See the inside the earth, in the earth. Let us fill entire planet inside in earth, filled up with the golden light, enlightening, healing it, and rejuvenating with the golden light of mind and aspect shower light. An entire water element, and then nature kingdom, top of the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, bird kingdom, fish kingdom, humanity, an air element, and the sun and the moon, an entire planet, an entire universe. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and aspect shower light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Let us send the love light of blessings to the moon, and together we're enlightening entire planet and entire universe, the entire existence with the golden light, enlightening, healing, rejuvenating with the mind and aspect shower light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Let us now, my beautiful friends, send the love and light of blessings to the sun, to the inner sun and out to every form of the sun, which means we have the forms of the sun within us. That's mind and aspect of light, like into the moon. Send the love and light of blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly, and together with all of us, we are filling up, healing, and enlightening ourselves, humanity, and a beautiful planet, and everything that we have on this planet, in the moon, an entire planet, an entire universe, an entire existence. With the golden light, we're filling up with the golden light of mind and aspect of light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Just keep the focus now. See you, an entire planet, an entire existence is shining brightly. With the golden light of mind and aspect of light. I'm loud and clear. Now, my beautiful friends, just listen to your body. Well, I'm going to sing the healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24, via 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mir input aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Oh, Soulless, Amma, 24, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24, via 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mir input aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24. Via 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. I to bez milosti. So those soulless Amma projecting the projection, so we're returning destroying those soulless Amma in every form, with the speed of thought, by form, loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden bed for all of you. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24. 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by you, beautiful, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24. 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together. And humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is way at 24. 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Mirni putem aktia by default, by default, by I'm sorry. By default, by default, by default. We're destroying all those souls, in every form, that trying to interfere, that interfering into my work, into the mantra, trying to make me yawn. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and nows. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and nows. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is swayed 24 via HEATRT, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, miren input aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. All the soulless Amma that interfering into my mantra, we're destroying all those soulless Amma with the speed of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, I love you. Now, my beautiful friends, Toe is a symbol of freedom, of victory, and it's a destructive energy for those souls, some karmas, pain, and suffering. Well, it's a blessing and healing and rejuvenating and enlightening for all of us that are mine and us being show light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, I love you. So, my beautiful friends, thank you to all of you for joining me and helping us create a better future for all of us. Next couple of days, 2-3 days, I'm not sure how long. I'm going to somewhere where I'm going to see my parents. So of course, I'll not be alive in life, and I won't be active for a couple of days, 2-3 days. I'm not sure, but just to let you know, But of course, I will send you a message. I will send you blessings. I'll send you blessings, and of course, my beautiful friends, may you all be blessed and healed and rejuvenated and enlightened. You remember, my beautiful friends, that mind and nows, body, mind, and soul, answering only on Sophia's and nows, Sophie's and nows, which means mind and nows being light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. Thank you all. And of course, enjoy yourself and do whatever you love to do. Shine all the way through, and you know that everything is by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is multiplied over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and encode in infinite with the speed of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. Once again, share the link, and of course, enjoy yourself. Shine all the way through. I love you all. Much love and blessings to all of you. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.